people scared all the time.
Well, yeah, well, it's easier to say that after the fact, but at the time, no, can't say that I felt that. And it's really weird because I don't know if you guys know Raven.
The guy here?
Well, yeah, sometimes he hosts in this place, but when I told
I know him.
When I told him about my feelings that I felt back in high school back then, he said he actually tried, it felt like that he was trying to dismiss them. And when I pointed out that the Columbine killers were white supremacists, he was like, no, they're not white supremacists. I'm like, dude, I looked this up. I was all over this. It was cold covered. The Columbine killers were all over CNN. They're white. The fact that they were like white supremacists were second nature. The fact that, you know.
Well, Ravens like myself, I understand you're coming from. We're older than you, a little older, so because it was getting closer to home, it's going to affect you more. I was completely out of school when that happened, and you telling me this stuff is going on in school, I'm shocked that you have the police patrolling through and all that stuff. Because I said, I read it, I followed it, but it didn't affect me at all. It affected me, it was sad, but it's going to affect you differently because you were actually in school at the time. So I'm not speaking for Raven, but he may not sympathize as much for you because I can assume he was out of school too, you know, because he was older.
I guess so. I mean, I even said to, I guess age is supposed to promote wisdom, and I guess, you know.
I'm not saying you're not wise or he's unwise. What I'm saying is that there are things that happened when I was in school, because you must have been, but you were, when did you graduate?
99.
Oh, good Lord. You were very, very young, and it will affect me. It's like people say, okay, here's a perfect example. Everybody, I'm not that old now. Everybody says they know where they were when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Now, that's not going to affect you because you weren't even born. But other people, it will affect them because they remember it. Or 9/11. 10 years from now, you're going to have kids, 9/11, what's that? I lived it. I was there. So you lived Columbine because you were in high school, so it's going to affect you a lot more differently than it does me. And I understand where you're coming from, though. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I can see that. But at least you understood what I'm saying. Raven just...
Well, I know how Raven could be. I know.
He felt more dismissive, and he was denying that the Columbine killers were white supremacists. I'm like, do you want me to look up Wikipedia right now?